the past few months, towards the end of the last season. Akali locked in here for Dignitas.
I know we've seen a lot of Sylas versus Akali over the last year, but I personally enjoy that matchup. It's so fun to watch. It's more exciting than a lot of the other stale mid lane metas that we've gotten into, like Corki Azir all the time. So we'll see if Dig can actually upset this. I would say maybe, yeah, Santorin looking to play off of Armut early. Sejuani and Olaf has a very powerful 2v2.
C3 for FlyQuest grouped here. Armut venturing on forward. And he's in the center of them all. Burn down, slippity slap, first blood to Prince.
We'll be aware. Here's a replay. Oh, do we want to replay it? Oh, this is what it feels like to be Armut. See, I would have just insta-blast. As soon as I get hit, I'm like, ah!
Oh no!
He decides, though, to save both summoner spells. He is running Ghost and Flash. So we will see in the first 5 minutes of this game with the Sheen-empowered Ezreal Q and the Karma. Top side, though, here he goes, our Ghost.
Santorin wanting to offer some more of this pressure, looking for the slam down. The stun is good, and the flash out. Impact trading a Jensen position. Spica still hovering around this riverside, taking a lot of damage. Victola slamming onto him. Spica and Impact now ready to collapse. The flash out for Jensen. He goes in. Victola, that's sick, bruh. Oh, your 2020 Rookie of the Year in the LCK making plays.
Yeah, take a look at this collapse. Spica from the bottom side, pings spamming all around. Sante comes down here. Impact wants to help out. Jensen, he's over. Doesn't get the part in the shroud right there, so has to walk his way back and speak on the Maokai with the AoE was able to see him and get enough damage for Vikla to finish it. Beautiful stuff from him. It's very difficult because you don't have access, as a viewer, to the comms of all the teams that Impact has been on. But if you talk to any player that has ever played with him, as he gets ganked right now, and I've cursed him, sorry, buddy.
He's just
if you talk to any player that has played with Impact, so Impact, I think, in no small part, a huge reason why people are rating this team so high.
And now Spica throwing out the first ultimate of the game, getting the root onto one, while this Rift Herald is the target for all. Dignitas still funneled here into the pit. Spica haven't come back after getting Polymorph. The Vikla is the next target, going into the backline to try and get this kill onto Armut, but he himself gives his life in the favor of Armut. Still in pursuit. Winsome flashing over the wall to try and escape Jensen right now, even with the root here. Can still come on through. Impact now trying to turn it onto Jensen himself, but the wild growth is good for the survivability.
Forcing on the Rift Herald, getting even more out of it.
Because while Dignitas will, as they try to make a play here on Vikla, Santorin coming on through. The stun up directly under the tower, able to slice on out.
Dignitas, we're starting to fall behind. He gets up, he makes some proactive plays towards the solo laners. Now he's trying to look to defend this bottom lane, but it looks like they've sustained too much damage. They have to get out. Spica kind of mirroring here on the Maokai is going to force them off again.
Heal on both sides has been gone, and Spawn without it falls. A root from the ultimate from Spica. Wild growth onto Santorin. And
how they fare in the Dragon setup.
Dragon now spawning. That was an attempt to get some picks before they go in, but Santorin throwing out the ultimate over the wall, has to retreat. So
another ult goes wide down the middle, though.
The lack of mobility on Varus also seems like it highlights all the more what Ezreal can do in trying to get rid of them. But right now, this is where you throw down the Rift Herald for a bit of that distraction, because now Armut is the center of this attention. Ultimate thrown out from Spica. Vikla taking a bit of a chunk, but they just want to create this distance. They have this other tool available to them.
Jensen in the side lane push, though.
Stun onto Armut. Impact has been unleashed from the lane, and we'll see what he can do.
Another Varus ultimate.
Too far positioned to be able to collapse upon this. And FlyQuest wanting to turn it a bit back on them, looking for the opening, but Santorin's the first one to venture on forward. Teleport coming directly onto the tower, and a flash by Spawn to answer what Vikla was doing. Santorin, the subject of the wild growth, and again, just those little tiny steps forward and landing the chain of corruption, but not in the spot you need it. Coming through with the ult, and answered by Spica once more. So Santorin throwing it down, gets rid of himself as a root onto two, and a blast of a Lulu. Santorin on the retreat. Are they going to take this Poro and put her on a stake? Maybe. Looks like FlyQuest are ready to do it. The rest of the team.
Dodge. Make sure he doesn't get hit by a Varus ultimate. Very dodgeable. A Sejuani ultimate.
Ah!
That's a stolen Sejuani ultimate. That's way more difficult for a Varus to dodge than an Ezreal. Then that will be a huge payoff. It'll make the game way closer, way more interesting. Vikla.
Oh, Vikla, next one with the crosshairs on him. Here's all of Dignitas, a teleport coming through. Jensen, expertly empowered, is answered by going golden on the side of Vikla. Way into the backline. Impact is targeted, separated from the remainder of the team. A root and then a kill onto Santorin. Prince continuing to get stronger and stronger. Another pop goes the Weasel. Bring it on forward with the flash and heal and more. Cannot connect with the Q, but he's got the hunger in his eyes, and he knows Vikla is here to start putting them on the plate for him. Biofrost on the retreat, though. They're slapping the spawn around. They get some more damage. Double kill for Prince, and it's only Arma standing in the mid lane, but the rest of Dignitas has fallen. He's been trying to find those different angles to collapse upon the enemy.
A little bit of a 1v1 here.
On him.
Not for long.
Yeah, taking the ultimate, going Ragnarok himself. Ragnarok for Ragnarok traded right there, basically. And
giant AoE ultimate range to look for some engages of his own.
Yep, look at that. It covers the entirety of the battlefield, enough for the rest of the team to follow up. All of these wall growths have to be used so defensively to escort the jungler out. And FlyQuest don't pick up any kills, but still applying that pressure so they can rotate over towards Baron.
Okay, so Maokai ultimate down. Maybe there's some sort of Hail Mary here for Dignitas. Santorin does have Flash and Smite available.
Still missing.
Vision.
On both sides. Digger looking for the angle to try and get some vision over here into the pit, and Vikla into the back. Spawn is the target. Spawn is the first in the grave, followed by Arma. FlyQuest making sure to push them and punish them for coming into their territory here in the jungle, here in the river. Santorin still sees the blood in Vikla's eyes, sandwiched between himself and Winsome. And FlyQuest, it's the ace for them. It's the collapse into the base.
Children, avert your eyes. It's a massacre.
FlyQuest striving to become the main characters of spring here against Dignitas, secure a 2-0 start for their 2023 season and build the hype that has been mounting. Of course, want to take a couple more kills on their way out and a little bit of meow time, but here you have it, a victory at that.